And we are recording. Yes, we are. Okay, so team call. What date is it? I don't even know what today is.
14th.
April
14th.
Yes. And I'm sorry, I might be a little dark, so I'm going to scoot this over a little bit. So I wanted to call this call for several reasons. One, talk about Instagram and talk about Instagram, and then also kind of give you guys a little bit of tips and tricks from the basics that Katrina and I learned when we did Hey Girl Academy and all that kind of stuff. So before I even get to that, I want to talk about like a couple main points that have nothing to do with Instagram. I made notes. Okay. So the one thing that I'm seeing, at least for myself, is, and I don't know if I mentioned this the last time we were on a call, but the month of March was holy hell. It was absolutely terrible. Between COVID kind of coming to like a massive, like everything's going to stop. And for me personally, being sick, having a terrible birthday, and all the things just hellish in the month of March. Now coming off of it, I've said this to a couple of you, like I feel that we are like on the cusp of something big. I don't know necessarily what that big thing is, but I feel that leaning into this opportunity, and when I say opportunity, it's anything that we can do for our people, whether it's lending an ear so that they have someone to talk to, whether it's nutrition plans, it's performance line, it's just the Bob membership. I don't give a flip what it is, but we have a service to help people and lean into the storm that, like, it's just like I feel like we're here and we just need to like step into it. But then I also feel that all of the self-sabotage, and there's a word and I can't remember what Kayla calls it, self-sabotage, and like all of the negative thoughts of I can't do this because of this. I can't do this because I'm not a diamond coach, or I'm not an emerald, or I don't know the business. Excuse my language. I hope there's no children around. That's bullshit. Fake it until you make it. And believe me, I've been faking it for the last 5 years. And if you need help, if you're struggling, reach out to the community, lean on us, post it in the group, text us, message us, however you want to get a hold of us. That's why we're here. So I wanted to kind of get that off of my mindset, because I know that I've been struggling with that, but I'm kind of doing things that aren't my norm, because what worked last year isn't going to work this year. What worked 2 weeks ago isn't going to work now. And I'm kind of just, again, leaning into the storm and trying different things at different times. Okay. The other thing that I definitely, and I know we're in midweek, but I definitely want to push this, the rest of this month and next month, that your goal is Success Club or higher. And please stand by for 1 minute. Talks amongst yourselves.
Well, I just downed my dinner.
Okay, so for
That's
those
what I was doing.
that hits Success Club, and excuse my closet, but we use it as a light, for the month of April and May, you will get this beautiful, awesome light. If you already have a light that you like, I will get you something else. If you're not directly sponsored under me, I don't give a shit. You're a part of my team. You're going to get it anyway. Okay? Yay? Are we excited? Are we like pumped? Are we jazzed? Like, oh my God, this is great. Okay. Thank you. So that is the gift for reaching Success Club. Now, the reason why I'm going to segue into this. The reason why I want to gift this to you is because I've been watching your stories, and this goes for me. This is something that I needed to learn for myself, but I've been watching your stories. I've been like checking out your posts. We all need more light in our lives. And even though you're working out at the butt crack, it doesn't matter. You can still have a bright light on your face and we can see what you're doing. Because when it's like dark and gloomy and blurry, it's hard to see what you're doing and how you're sharing it. So that's why I want to gift that to you. Okay? Are we good? Okay. And Katrina, please jump in anytime as I'm going through this little tutorial of the things that we've learned in Hey Girl. And the first thing, and I think I know you all know this at this point. And by the way, if you go into my Instagram like thread from like circa 2013, 14, no, that's wrong. Probably 15, 16, 17, you're going to be like, oh my God. Main thing is do not, and I don't have anything. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. Nope, I don't have anything on me. When you're sharing your products, right? So if you're doing a post and if it has Shakeology on it, or if it is the Performance line, or like any Beachbody product, and I think Kayla, you're doing 10 rounds. No, I'm sorry, you're doing don't tell me MM100. Okay, so like when you're posting about MM100. Don't use the term MM100 or Morning Meltdown 100, because the thing is though, is that your followers can Google Morning Meltdown 100 and not go to you, Kayla, as the coach. So you want to create FOMO for them to be like, oh my God, what is she doing? Right? Same thing goes for Katrina, myself, and Jess with 10 rounds. Like we don't want to post 10 rounds, because people can Google it and just buy it. And like when Vic was doing Lift 4, or when she was doing 6 weeks of work, she may use a little bit of Armala or like a little emojis or GIFs. Great. But I wouldn't say, oh, I am like, when I do my workout, I'm doing 10 rounds and it's with Joel Friedman and I'm punching and I'm doing weights. No, you're doing a boxing inspired lift workout, right? So it's like, I don't know why this popped into my head, but when I was doing MM100, oh my God, quarter force. Oh my God. When I was doing quarter force, I would be inviting people to do it. I'm not going to say I'm doing quarter force. I'm doing a mixed martial arts program, which was kickboxing and punching and blah, 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 blah. So I just definitely want to put that in your mindset. And now I'm going to share my screen and get into the thick of it. But I do have a question for you guys. Right now, what would you say is like one of your biggest struggles with Instagram? And everybody can unmute themselves. So let me hear. If I don't start hearing people's voices, I'm going to start calling on you.
I always talk.
Okay, so let me hear it. What's your biggest issue right now?
My biggest issue is that I do the same things on Instagram as Facebook, but I get zero feedback from Instagram. No one ever talks to me. I reach out. I do like my CCQs, my yada yadas. Nobody ever, it's just there.
Okay, so maybe, and this is just a thought because I actually have the opposite. So maybe what you're doing on Facebook, don't do the same thing on Instagram. Maybe try to change it up. Okay. So like, and I'm going to give you a little bit of examples. I'll show you in a minute. But that's a good point. What about you, Kayla?
On my Facebook, then say, hey, if you want additional information on whatever this is, go over to my Instagram.
Yeah.
Or no.
No, you can definitely do that. Like if you're sharing more stories, I'm sorry, I'm looking for something. But if you're sharing more stories on, like you're doing a lot more stories, let's say on Instagram, or let's say you did an IGTV and you want people to go over and see it, and you do a post on Facebook, you can put your Instagram name in it and say, go over to Instagram and go come check out my stories or my most recent post. I'm sorry, guys. I'm actually looking for a really bad example in a second. But no,
Just trying to figure all Instagram out in general.
Wait, was that Kayla? I'm sorry. I can't see your face because I'm like doing like 10 different things at once. Was that you, Kayla?
It was.
Okay. So what was?
I'm just like kind of new to Instagram in general. I've had it for a long time, but in all honesty, I got it because there was a couple people that I wanted to watch their stories and what they were doing.
Okay.
It was nothing Beachbody related. It was family.
Okay.
But
no shame.
So I'm just, trying to figure it all out.
Right.
And go from there.
Okay. And honestly, I think that this little tutorial that Katrina and I are going to do is going to be a good place to start. But I would definitely follow Kayla Ibanez, and I'll pull her up in a minute so you can see it, because everything that we are sharing here, we've learned from her. And then the other thing too is, Vicky, you can share with both of them the login.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen right now, and I'm going to give you like a super example. And I know that I'm going to have more. I can't find my share screen. Oh, it's right in front of my face, and it's freaking green. Oh my God. Okay. So do you see my Instagram right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So right here, okay, I think I won this at a Super Saturday or whatever. Okay, hi. Yeah, right there, Daily Sunshine, right there. They can just Google it and find it themselves. I'm just trying to like go like really, really old.
I really like the Star Wars shirt.
Where is that one? Oh, this one here?
No, it was right next to where you were at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
It was fine.
Okay. I'm just like trying to find like a super, super, super old one of like the dumb crap that I used to do. Oh yeah, hi. See, like this is a quarter force right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hello, not smart. But so this is the main thing that I wanted to show you. So this is actually like what you can see. Okay, so obviously this is what your Instagram looks like, right? So I'm going to basically do two examples. I'm going to show you an example of just like light and color, just to give you an idea as far as the stories are concerned. So we'll do Allie's because I love me some Allie. So so this is her workout, right? So her workout room is relatively bright. You can clearly see what she's doing, right? And Jess, I'm going to totally call you out.
That's fine.
Okay. I just have to find you. I can't do it the other way. Okay. You see how dark and foggy it is in here? It's like this actually is probably the better than what the other ones that I've seen of yours. But like some of the other ones, and I know it's butt crack early in the morning, it's just hard. This is a lot brighter, but it's hard. It was hard to kind of see your moves.
Okay.
Okay. So that was one thing I wanted to share. Okay. So I wanted to give you that aspect of it. So one of the things that I wanted to remind you, and we'll go through mine. I'm going to just do basics, and I'm sorry. I'm probably like jumping like crazy. Oh, I was like, how do I get to my main screen? I'm like looking at it in a different way. Okay. So the main thing is that we got to remember that your Instagram page, right? So this right here, your top 9. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So your top 9. These top 9 are the ones that is like your storefront. You want people to like basically see it and be like, wow, I kind of want to learn more about what this chick is doing, right? So you want it to be primarily you. It could be you and your kids. It could be you, and then you have like a ton of pictures afterwards, right, in a carousel of your children. But the main thing is that with Instagram, you want to really use that as your business page. And as I said, if you keep scrolling from like 5 years ago, then you'll see it's like all about my kids, my cat, my cats. It was nothing really about me. You would have had no idea that I was even a coach. But what I learned from Kayla is that 90%, I would say 98% of it has to be your face or something with you. So like Katrina and I were talking about it the other day. She's like, I want to share this meme. She's like, my people are going to get this meme. I was like, share the meme. I said, but first put a picture of you laughing your ass off and then be like, slide to the, what is it? The left, right? Slide, whatever it's called. Slide to the next slide to see why I'm laughing. So that kind of gets people to kind of look at your next picture, but you're the forefront. Does that make sense? Am I, give me a thumbs up if I'm doing good. Okay.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying. I don't know that I necessarily agree to what you're saying.
Okay. Why do you say that?
Because when I go through, like on our power hour, one of the things that I do is to like intel what works and what's not working.
Okay.
So like on your stories, on your posts, what's getting the most feedback. The things that have a picture or anything of me is crickets compared to anything else.
Okay, but
So
like,
if it's a picture of me and the family, if it's a picture of the kids doing a workout, if it's a picture of us together, that is significantly higher than if it is just me, hey.
Right. And okay, but what I'm saying is that also make sure that it's you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Is because like it's your storefront. I mean, you own your business, right? So like if you were to look at, because I'm not saying that it doesn't have to be like all you, but like even if you look at mine right here, okay, yes, I wanted to do a shout out about Rebecca, but I didn't want to make the picture just first of Rebecca. It had to be me so that they knew that I was friends with Rebecca. The same thing with Vic. I mean, I'm talking about my mother here, and granted I'm teeny tiny, but I mean, again, you're going to have to do what's best for you. But from what my understanding is that, and Katrina, please tell me if I got this wrong, is that this is your storefront and, you know, you want people to come to you as the business owner, if that makes sense. I mean, you do you. And if it's working for you, great. But you also want it to be clean and consistent, right? So here, it's for some reason it's easier for me to do it this way. I'm going to just give you an example of somebody. And it's just her style. It's just the way she does her pictures. Okay, yes, she has her dogs, her kids, food. But Angie's thing is they're horizontal, they're vertical. They're horizontal, vertical. She's been tied into that for years, and she can't not do that now. So her thing is, if you can see, it's consistent where it's like one is vertical, one's horizontal, vertical. And it doesn't matter what she's sharing about, but do you see like how like it's clear and it's bright and it's consistent? Does that make sense? Okay. But Jess, if this is working for you and you feel that you doing posts regarding, whatever it is with the family, whatever that it is for the kids, and it's correlating into your business?
Well, I don't know if it's working. I just know that when I'm going back to look at stuff, nobody ever comments on the stuff that's about me. That's far less likes or whatever's. But if it has anything to do with, like, the video I did, I don't even know when, but like if it's about the teaching stuff, that stuff is like hotcakes.
So teaching as far as with the stomach issues or
Tips
foods?
or lessons or anything that's teaching related, that is like
Okay, so this is I'm going to stop sharing for a second. Then this is a perfect thing for you. Then if you know that your following enjoys that, then lean into that shit.
right.
Do more IGTVs, or if you do something like this. I'm going to share my screen. Do something like this. Like I had this, if I can click on it. Yeah. So basically they had to go to the next slide for that information. But and I know you're starting to love Canva.
Yeah,
but
tomorrow's my office day. I wanted to play with it on the computer.
Right. You got to, this is definitely a computer
with
thing.
no heathens.
Yeah. But I mean, I would definitely say for you, if you know that your people like tutorials or they like learning about the food or the stomach stuff, lean into that, but just find new ways to market that.
Okay.
Because I think that's awesome. Kayla, how am I doing? Am I like completely confusing the crap out of you right now?
No, you're fine.
Okay. And so then now I'm going to talk about like, what is the word? Not like, don't say like, Jody. One of the things that I know that I've been struggling with over the last, I would say probably year. And this was literally a game changer for me. We were on a power hour and they said to go into, now how do I, oh my God, I figured it out. That was pretty cool. I don't know where it went, but they said to whoever was hosting it, they said to go like fully back. Yeah, I don't know where this went. I don't know what I did. Katrina, what did I do? Okay. Okay. So like these are like the top people that you follow, but if you scroll, like pull it all the way to the left and keep going, go, like further. I would say maybe like down here, these are the people that you really haven't watched their stories in a while. So this was a game changer. Like you see this number here, I've never had this many DMs. And over the last week and a half, what I've been doing, which I've never done before, is I've gone into people's stories and I'm having conversations. I'm like, there was one girl that was wearing her Brooks sneakers and she got them all muddy. And I was like, holy flip, what the hell are you going to do? Like that freaked me out. I was like, those sneakers are like gold. So we started a conversation. She's a runner with it. Or I talked to somebody about gardening. I was like, I'm having a conversation with a chick about matcha tea. Ugh. But it's having these conversations. So this was like a really, really big deal for me. And I want to share this with you guys because this is huge. And this is part of the business because I used to think to myself, I'm like, wait a second. No one's following me. No one's commenting on any of my stuff. You know why? Because I wasn't having conversations with them. I wasn't putting in the work. I was sitting there waiting for people to come to me. Well, that's not going to happen unless they get to know you. What is it? It's see, like, trust, feel.
ALT.
What the hell is that called? Katrina? Like, trust.
It's
ALT.
Yeah, get the know, like, and trust.
Thank you. Yes. Am I missing anything else so far, or am I doing, are we on the good point here? Yeah, she's giving me the head. Okay. But yeah, so I would definitely, when you're doing your power hour and you want to slowly get into Instagram, I would definitely, this is exactly what I've been doing. So I've been going here, I've been going into my following, and I've been watching everybody's stories. Everybody that's following me or I'm following them, I've been watching their stories and just having conversations. And these are people that I probably would have never had any conversation with. And it's building the know, like, and trust. Okay. The other thing is, I'm not going to talk to you about hashtags because I'm going to be honest, I suck at them. Go ahead. Speak.
I want to chime in on the hashtags.
Go for it.
Okay, so Instagram allows up to 30 on your feed post. Go for the 30. I highly suggest you do not use hashtags that all the coaches use. No fitness, no nutrition. Like, you have to dig deeper into more of like your hobbies, because those are the people that you want to find. Like, I wouldn't never, like, only time I do any kind of fitness related hashtags are when I post workout moves like I did tonight. I have a couple fitness hashtags, but I don't use Beachbody Coach lingo, because all you're going to attract are Beachbody coaches who are looking at those hashtags. What else?
And the other thing too is that when you do a post, right after you post it, in the comments, that's where you want to put those hashtags.
Yeah.
Because the post is the information. That's the story that you're telling. In the comments where you put the hashtags, that's where people are going to find those posts. And I mean, and Katrina's right. I mean, you want to, if you're doing research, and I'll share my screen again, because this is kind of what I did. And again, I'm not very good at it. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, like, what I did is I would go caregivers, if I can spell. Okay, so caregiver. Caregiver is 565,000. That's way too high. So I'm going to go down and keep looking. Okay, this is, I don't even know what language that is. Caregiver support, that's under 200,000. So this is a good one to follow or add to my list.
50, what is it, 50 to 200?
It's 10,000 to 200,000.
Oh,
Right.
There you go. That sounds good.
Yeah. So, or if I go like this, look at the numbers.
And the
these
way,
are-
what was that training that we had? It was in Janelle's, I think. That was on
There
this.
was that guy.
No, there was
Well,
one that was
Brock
specifically
did
about the
one.
hashtags.
Brock did a training, but there's also the hashtag training.
It was like a really old one I watched that was like an old one.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, the way she explained the hashtags that I understood, because it was like a dumbed down version, was that if you pick the ones that are higher up, so like a 200,000 hashtag thing, when you select that, yours is immediately, as soon as you click that, lost into the feed.
Mhm.
Right.
Because now every second, 200,000 other idiots are posting that same thing. So
Right.
it's just like your spam. You're going directly into a spam folder. No one's ever going to see it.
Right.
So if you click something that has less stuff in it, the likelihood of someone seeing your thing is higher. It'll be posted up into the thing. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That
Yeah.
made more sense to me than just, oh, it's a higher number.
Yeah. No, that's 100% right. And the thing is that you want to kind of get creative with those hashtags. Like, and Vicky, don't use this because you're going to laugh as soon as I say it. Like, I was doing research the other day, and I think I added like a whole quarantine section to my list is miss baseball season, for the love of the game. So like those to me right now are like big for me because there's no baseball, there's no games, there's no sports. Like, Vicky, don't use them. No, I'm kidding. but that's kind of like the thing. It's like, I would say probably like once a month, take like 45 minutes and just search in Instagram on your laptop, just search like anything that is within your wheelhouse. So like, we'll use me. It's caregiving. It's obviously mom of two. It's baseball. It's Alzheimer's, it's dementia. So like, obviously those are huge, but like once you peel, and I've mentioned this before, you have that, I'm going to say artichoke. You're going to have that artichoke. You want to rip off the leaves, eat the yumminess, throw it away. Keep going until you get to that heart, right? That heart is that hashtag that really connects with your niche, and then you add it to your list. That makes sense? Vic, you good?
Now, question.
Yeah.
When you guys do a post, do you use the same hashtags every day, or do you switch them up?
I'll go first, and then you can go, Katrina. What I do is, I don't know what kind of phone you have. Well, I have an iPhone. And in my iPhone, I have, and I think you guys, everybody must have this, I have a notes section. And what I do is, and I've done this like a long time ago, is I have like different topics, like my top 5 topics, right? So I have mom with a shit ton of hashtags. I have anxiety, boom, list. I have only child / caregiving, list. I have quarantine, list. I have executive assistant, right? So then whatever my post is, depending on the content of my post, I'll take a couple from that category, take a couple from that category. And then I go from Instagram, I go to my notes, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. It's a pain in the butt, but it does the job.
Mm-hmm.
Katrina, do you want to?
Yeah. I have about a list of like 8 different groups of 30. And I actually just plug them into a like all the same, not the same one every time, but I just do whichever, and then I'll add 1 or 2 that has something to do with the actual post itself. So that's how I do mine.
Okay.
Yeah. But so I'm going to just regroup a little bit. So as far as Instagram is concerned, you want your Instagram posts, whether they're IGTV or post, whatever that your post is for the day, you want it to be bright, you want it to be clear, and you want it to have to do, it's like part of your life, but then also about the business too, right? So like when you, as I said, if you look at the top 9 of Jess, mine, Katrina's, Vicky's, right? It's going to tell a story of what we do, our children, our family, whatever it might be, right? Then you also, as far as your stories is your time to talk about whatever you want going on in your life. So whether it's teaching your kids, it's cooking a meal, it's food prep, it's laundry, it's you want to kill your children, it's going for a walk, it's you haven't showered all day, right? Or the foods that you're eating, or your stomach issues, whatever it is, that's your time to kind of just go. But with that too is you want to have polls, you want to have questions, you want to do like the pick which one, that kind of thing. The other thing that a lot of people that work just to get traction and conversations going is, we're going to play a game today, is guess the answer about me, right? So I'll give an example. So I did a question where like, guess my favorite color. So I did like pink, teal, purple, black, so you have to, it's like the option 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is. So you have to pick. And then there's another question of how many children do I have? Or like, what's my birthstone color? I don't know, my favorite movie or my favorite food, just to kind of get people to get to know you, right? And then you also share your workout clips. You share your nutrition. It's like a day in the life of Kayla. Whether it's pretty or freaking ugly, go with it. I mean, I've cried on Instagram stories. I've cried on Facebook Live. I've cried on Instagram Live. You just kind of just have to go with it. Is there anything else that we want to talk about regarding stories?
Try to get 10 stories in minimum.
Yeah. A day.
During your day?
What's his
A
name?
day?
A day.
Yep, 10 slides.
Something else he said that was really helpful was just because you think it's mundane and dumb,
Yep.
somebody else, it might be their like highlight of their day.
Yep.
And that sort of helped me get my 10 because I like today was a shitty day with the kids. Like I wanted to kill them. Kayla and Vicky were on in the loud hystericalness of my life. That's fucking normal in my life. They're crazy all the time. The stare, the crying on the stare. And I was like, I only ever post the good stuff. I should probably record this.
Oh, yeah.
I should probably record this and say, you know what? I don't always have it together, people. This happens all the time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have normally done that if I didn't hear what he said because I was like, oh, well, there's a story.
A lot of people would relate to that. A lot of moms would definitely relate.
I could have killed him 100 times today.
Yeah. Like Isabel, for the little bit that I know of you at this point,
Yeah.
I know that you work at a hospital. I know that it's
Yeah.
got to be stressful to you. And I know that it's taxing on you with the girls and your schedule. But people outside of our circle here, they
Yeah.
wouldn't know that. So I think like to build your business and to build your following, sharing more of that part of you, people are going to be able to relate to you on that.
Okay.
I mean, for me, with sharing my mother's story and the progression and how she's doing and all of that, I've gotten a lot of messages because I was real about it. And I can't tell you how many times my mother before was like, "Don't post me on that crap. I don't want to be on that crap."
Taking pictures.
Well, now she's part of my story. Payback's a B, man. It's the same thing here. I mean, my children hate it, and I have to like kind of sneak and pretend that I'm doing it when they think I'm not. I've gotten caught many times, but again, it's part of my life. So, or if you like Jess with your foods, I love that you're sharing your food and you're making recipes. It just needs to be brighter and clearer. Kayla, I gotta watch your stories some more, but I think that like sharing about your family, obviously there's stuff that's private stays private, but the day to day. Vic, you just need to get your ass on stories more. Other than
I do
quotes.
good in the morning. The rest of my day doesn't happen.
I hear that, but all I see is video of your workout, quotes, and that's it. I want to see more of you and how
I've
you're
done those
doing.
question things every day except for today.
Okay.
I've been doing it for 2 weeks.
Question.
Post
After-
my food. I
Mic
don't know.
drop.
Love it. I mean, it's just, I mean, honestly, guys, I mean, like, I totally get it. There's days that I'm just like, I'm recording myself, and I think Katrina's heard me numerous times. I'm like, doing a recording, and I'm like, yeah, no one gives a shit. Delete. And I'm talking, I'm like, yeah, why am I saying these words? Forget it. Like, I've done that so many times. But then again, like Jess said, you never know who's going to happen to catch that story on that one day, and they're like, oh my God, she's in my head. How does she know? You just don't know. So, but that's pretty much like, I just wanted to just do like a basic in the sense that it may like, so Facebook and Instagram, if you are rocking in, Facebook, and it's your jam, great, continue with it, but dabble in Instagram, like kind of just start getting your feet wet with it. If it's the opposite, great, go with it. But I definitely recommend that continue to share your story. And if you're not, kind of lean into it a little bit more And yeah, that's anything else. Am I missing? Go ahead.
This one, I did this for a really long time, and then I like ended up changing it, and I'm starting to see like improvement is limit the coach accounts that you follow. Like, I get you want to follow like your teammates, but like the big coach accounts, like the top 10 coaches, I removed all of them. Anybody that is like light years ahead of me, I remove them for 2 reasons. One, because it wasn't good for my, like, how I was comparing myself, and you can't do that. And the second reason is Instagram likes to put you in a bubble with the same kind of people. So the only way you're going to get out of that bubble and meet non-coaches is to not follow coaches. So.
And the same thing goes to the master trainers too. Like following Shanti, following Joel, following Autumn, as great as that is, and as great as Sean's stories are, and his boys are freaking adorable, and I can stare at Joel's abs every day, all day, it's not going to help your business. If you want to watch their stories, you can definitely go in because their pages are public and see it, but it's not going to help your business. I mean, I stopped following like one of the top, other than my coach, which is Janelle, I follow her, but I stopped following like Christina Delgado and Brittany Leggett because it was getting to the point where I was like, I would check my phone and I'm like, these new followers, and I would go to their accounts and I'm like, ugh, they're coaches. What, Jess?
Is it bad that I don't know who those people are?
No, it's okay. That's great. Stay in your bubble. Stay in your lane.
So you suggest we unfollow everyone if we follow like Joel and stuff like this?
No, I don't think you necessarily have to unfollow all of them, but it's not helping your business to follow them, because if someone finds you, most likely they're already a coach or they're already a Beachbody customer.
Okay.
So the people that tend to follow the master trainers are already either coaches or customers. Like you want to find, like for me, I want to find people that are Brooks sneakers obsessed, or they are, I'm looking around my room.
Have you met my sister?
I have not.
Well, the two of you should start talking, and maybe you can get her to sign up for Beachbody.
Okay. Or, okay, I got another one. Or you're Hydro Flask obsessed. I don't know. I'm like looking around my room.
I just ordered two.
I'm like looking around my room to find something, and I got
nothing. I have been preaching up these damn bottles. I was so excited about them. I loved them, and
I don't like the straw on it.
It's
Don't
cracked.
care for it.
Samantha brought it to school
Cracking!
and it broke.
all of them
Mine
are
broke.
cracking. All of the straws are cracking, and I was so impressed with that dang water bottle, and now I want to throw them all in the trash.
I'll buy you a Hydro Flask.
I bought two. They're all on Amazon. They're in the mail. I was so mad. And every time I get one out of the drawer, it's cracked farther and farther. And I was like, I was
know, and
so
you've been-
happy with them. I was
And
so
you've been
excited.
promoting that bottle for like,
I loved those bottles. I'm so mad. I'm almost mad enough to call and complain about it. And be like, look, people, do you know how many videos and people I've talked to about how awesome your freaking bottle is? And now your dang straw is splitting all over the place. Oh. I don't want to talk about it. It gets me riled up.
Kayla, do you like your
bothers
water
me.
bottle? I saw your picture of your cool water bottle.
I do. I have it. Right?
Speaking
Cool.
of, I happened to grab this one on our fancy meeting. I did a fancy tester one with our extra stuff. The one that I had that says for outdoor use is shitty. Because look at it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see that.
It only went in the dishwasher twice for 2 uses.
Oh, you're not supposed to, when you put the sticker on, you're not supposed to put it in the dishwasher, honey.
Hi, nice to meet you. Have you met me?
Doesn't follow the rules.
Yeah. Okay, well, how is the sticker that I ordered?
Doing fantastic.
That's what mine is, right, Jess?
That's all that really mattered, right? And I mean, it's not
I
off
picked
yet,
good
but
colors, didn't I?
it's good.
Yes, I love
I
it.
was worried about it though because I had to really, really baby it on the Cricut cutter thing because it was trying to pull it up as it was cutting it. So I'm literally, as it's cutting, like rubbing it and like following it as it's cutting it. I'm like, oh God, don't mess it up another one. Oh, you can do it. But it's working out well.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna just do a quick recap because I know Isabel, you hopped on a little late.
Yeah,
So-
sorry.
No,
Most
don't
of it
worry about
worked
it.
out.
Just super quick, I'm just letting
Yeah.
everybody know, and for those that watch the recording, I'm gonna repeat it. Anybody on our team, so you, everybody that's on our team, anybody that hits Success Club in the month of April and or May will get a beautiful,
Gotta get on this.
I'll
Oh, a
fix that.
beautiful
A
one?
beautiful ring light that I will send you. And if you already have a ring light that you like, I will send you something else.
Which might not be that one now.
Yeah, is it broke?
No, this one is Kayla Ibanez approved. So when it's
Just pop
Kayla,
it back in. Put some duct tape on there. I'll be
no, I
alright.
got it. It clicked back on. So anyway, that is the reward for hitting Success Club either in April and May or April or May. Right? Did I get that? Everybody good?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to stop recording.